Welcome back everyone to Showbiz India, and today I have a very special treat. We're introducing a brand new segment just for you called ThawarPower. It's for you to understand the complicated legal issues. And with us, I have our legal expert, Sharon Thawar. Sharon, welcome to Los Angeles and thank you for being a part of Showbiz India.
Absolutely, it is my pleasure to be here, Reshma, and thank you for having me on Showbiz India.
Well, let's begin with your background. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into law.
I went to law school about 15 years ago, many moons ago, and I first went into business litigation and opened up my own office back in 2000, which is in Dallas, Texas. And I started getting the demand for immigration. And so, we started to go into that area, and it seems now I'm so entrenched I can't get out. But I guess that is a good thing because we've served many people, and now I've just come to love it so. And I think that doing business litigation has actually helped me in immigration because I approach it from a different way.
That's fascinating. Now tell me, how have you seen immigration law evolve over these past few years?
Well, it's so exciting. We have seen from President Clinton to President Bush, and then we went, now to President Obama, who has made immigration such an important issue and mandate in his own presidency. And that's so exciting because we're seeing so much immigration reform today. And it's really going to benefit our South Asian community, especially the undocumented aliens and the people without driver's license and insurance, and they need status and green cards, and they were deported and they want to come back. And so, all these pressing issues, it's exciting, and I look forward to it.
And you help people with all these different issues?
Yes, we are full service immigration, from family-based to employment-based, whether you have deportation, waivers, DACA, DOMA, 601A waivers, whatever it is, you name it, we got it.
But what if you're in California or New York, New Jersey, or any part of the country? Can you serve them with immigration law?
Yes, we have a global presence. We help people around the world, whether they're in India, Dubai, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. They reach out to us. We do Skype teleconsults. Some of them just email me, and I've never met them, but we help them and we get through their case.
Do you have any exciting stories you can tell us?
Absolutely, and right here in LA, we have a wonderful success story. It warms my heart to talk about it anytime. This is about a family that came over from India, Gujarat in fact, and they live right here in Los Angeles, just 20 minutes away from Beverly Hills. They've been in the motel hotel industry for a long time, 3 children. They struggled to try to get status for almost 27 years. And initially they filed asylum through one attorney here locally. It did not work out. They went through appeal after appeal, the deportation court, then the BIA, then they took it to the circuit court. And it was pending in the circuit court when their cousin in Dallas contacted me and said, do you think you can help my uncle out in LA? And I said, sure, why not? So she brought the file over and we discussed it, and then I started interfacing with them via Skype, and I proposed a solution to them, which is pretty novel, and I like to do things like that. I like to be out of the box.
That's awesome.
I like to carve out, interesting solutions and ideas. So I said to them, they had a deportation order, and they have to report into the deportation officer every few months. They're on the ISAP program. And it was their dream to go back to India and to see all their relatives and their friends again. And they hadn't been there in over 20 years. And I said, okay, let's work on this. And so I contacted the ICE council, local ICE council here in LA. Don't know them, but I just picked up the phone and said, hello, how are you? I have this client, this A number, and I'd like to see how we can get this terminated. And Obama had passed all these Morton, they're called Morton memos for prosecutorial discretion, to terminate any deportation cases where there's no criminal history. And they pay taxes, and ICE can take those into consideration. So I asked them. And so, at first it was a lot of resistance. But I was on it, persistent, wouldn't let them say no. One ICE attorney turned me down, I go to the next. Call them up again. Hi, I'm so-and-so. So this went on for about a year and a half or so. And finally, I convinced the chief. And finally, they said yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I actually got to see them on my trip here last night. And it was just so nice. They're such nice people. And I'm so glad that they're getting their green cards. Their daughter got a job. She moved to the Bay Area and she's working as an engineer. And prior to that, she didn't have a driver's license. She didn't have EAD. But now she's fulfilling her dreams.
That is really heartwarming.
Thank you.
So how does this Obama reform, we hear about this all the time, affect mostly South Asians?
So the South Asian community is especially benefiting from Obama's immigration reforms. First and foremost, I would say DACA, which is the Dreamers Act. It's helping a lot of our young people attain their goals, such as going to college, getting their driver's license, and being able to work. Because so many of our South Asians children were brought over as minors, over in the 60s and 70s and 80s. They didn't have a say where they were going. They're young children when they came, or even babies. But they're stuck without any kind of status, because if their parents didn't have it, or if their case got messed up and they didn't get status, then the children didn't get status. And that's really unfair. And President Obama recognizes that it's not their fault. And why should they suffer? They're in the country with the best education systems, the best economic opportunities, and companies to work for. And South Asians take it, we all know they are the brightest brains and the smartest, of course. And so he made the program to where if you went to high school here, you've been living here for the last 5 years, and you do not have any kind of felony on your record, you could apply for DACA. And so many South Asians have. I would want to say over 200,000.
Wow, that's quite a staggering number.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, and we have helped so many. And it's great to see them go to college and work in the companies they want to work for and doing the jobs they want, not working for cash or under the table and being taken advantage of. So that's heartwarming.
And how did you discover your love for the legal system?
4th grade.
4th grade?
Yes.
Tell me the story. I have to hear this.
4th grade, Mr. Yosha's class, Steele School Elementary School in New York. I love to write and I like to research a lot. And he always had these reading assignments and writing assignments for book reports. I would write very long book reports and reading and stuff. And he told me, so, you'll either have a career as a teacher or as a lawyer. I said, lawyer, teachers don't make enough.
She's honest. I like that.
So that's what he said. And I like law because, I just love trying to twist it to what we need. And I love hunting for that one case in the haystack that's going to help my client. I just love doing that.
And then you went to college, of course.
Yes, of course. Then we go to college, Northeastern University in Boston, and then on to law school. And then I went for a master's in Connecticut at Yale. And then I worked in Washington, D.C., actually under former Senator Kennedy. Wow. On his committee for a couple of years. And then from there, I went back to Dallas, Texas, worked as in-house counsel for Advanced PCS. And they merged with another company, and I said, this is my exit, and I'm going to do it.
Good for you. Good for you. And what's your background from India? Where from India are you?
Sure. My parents are from East Africa, and their origin is from Bombay, India, Gujarat.
Do you have people who speak different languages?
In the office? Absolutely. Multilingual.
Perfect.
Multilingual. Punjabi, Hindi, Tamil, the South Indian language, Telugu, Urdu, whatever you need.
Oh, that's great.
We also have Spanish, because we do have a Hispanic clientele as well.
And actually, we have a lot of Hispanic viewers.
Yes.
We know that because of our Facebook.
Oh, awesome.
Tell me about your logo. I love the logo. It's so sweet.
Thank you. It is called Will to Win, and it's because I want every case to have an approval in our office, and that's very, very important to me. And I make sure that all our staff, they understand that, because when a client comes to you with their legal problem, that's what they want, and that's why they've come, is to win their case. They don't want to hear in the end that you couldn't do it. And so it's very, very important to me to make sure it's perfect before it goes out. And I look at it, I make sure, if I don't like it, I will send it back to the team and say, try this, try that, let's do this, let's do that. And that is what I strive for. Every case has got to be perfect when it goes out.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That's a great motto to have. And remember, Sharon is there. If you have a question about any legal issue, she will be giving us free advice week after week.